Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of my Jasta 5 career. As I promised, Monday is when this will be coming out, and so here it is. Today we have a balloon mission, which doesn't go quite as planned. Spoiler alert, it was a failure of a mission, but I didn't quite understand what exactly I was supposed to do. There were no enemy aircraft around said balloon, as you're gonna see. We eliminated them, so it should have been a success because no more showed up. I sat there for a good 45 minutes just flying around it on the autopilot and nothing happened, and so I just ended up calling it there, heading back to base landing, and ending the mission. So that's how that goes. But before we get any further, remember, leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, it helps the channel out. So yeah, we're taking off again from the same airfield that we had in the first mission. Again with the Albatross E5A. Flown again, you can see by Fritz. So yeah, but I didn't quite understand what this whole mission concept was. I thought take out the fighters around balloon, get success, head home, but apparently there was something to do with observer flares and following instructions of the balloon observer and all this other stuff that made little to no sense to me personally. I mean, we did our job, that balloon's still there, so the game just didn't quite understand, I guess. So, Rise of Flight never had balloon defense missions so much as they had balloon attack missions up the wazoo. So, combat patrols, alert scrambles, escort bombers / observers, attack balloons, and that's about the gist of your missions, at least for the Albatross anyway, which I fly heavily. And another thing, if I know Flying Circus is much better, quality graphics, obviously, it's newer than Rise of Flight. If you do want me to go play Rise of Flight and show off some of my stuff there, just leave a comment and I will go do that. I've got one guy on there who's got 80-something kills already and has been... I flew all the way from the early field Bible or whatever, all the way up to, Hauptmann, over a course of a few months of playing. So, and that was also in an Albatross D3 and D5A. What if they're gonna ever add the D3, D2? That'd be kind of neat if they did. Because then you'd have earlier war things. You could possibly do like 1916, 1917, early 1917. So, which would be interesting. Add more career lines to it. So, just make the game more in depth. The Brandenburg would be neat. Felix Stowe. Excuse me. So, but yeah, we've got a little bit of a flight. It's behind the front lines is where this takes place. Changing subjects now. So here's our city. There's a nice view of that fort. Looks like an old Napoleonic style fort. So very intricate details. My flight obviously is flying up with me, so they should be here soon. They always take a little bit of time. They, for some reason, don't catch up near as quickly as I think they should, but no matter, they get here eventually. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting flight today. Hope you all enjoy, and yeah, I'm gonna just skip ahead till we start seeing some interesting combat footage. Alrighty, we're all formed up, and entering the combat theater. Just past this cloud is where the main engagement is taking place. So we are going to be picking targets shortly. I believe you can kind of see them up ahead there. All those black specks. Way up there. There's a few Allies aircraft there already too. Not sure what squadron they were a part of. But we're on our way now. And there's a few albatrosses that provide some top cover too for us. So once we get there, I'm just trying to make out who's shooting at who. Kind of figure out who to go for. You can see the balloon down right next to the casing chute. I'm just checking the map to see where's everyone. So I'll start diving in a little bit, gaining airspeed. Charge the guns. Get ready for the fight. There's a blackburst. I thought it was an aircraft. Looks like a big clusterfuck going on over there. Sick flyby shot. My wingman. Second pair. My flight stays together a lot better this time than they did in the last mission. So that's good. Last mission, it seemed like I turned around to check 6 and make sure my wing is with me. And like no one's there. I found the aircraft that looks like Paul Bomber's aircraft leaking water. Later. Don't know where my flight went. They just kind of up and left me, but I still was successful. Got a flight of enemy aircraft down here. Believe they might be Spads by the looks of it. Yep, looks like they're Spads. All flying in a nice line. Dive in and attack. Because if you don't, somebody else gets assaulted. Spads, as I said in the last video, are a lot faster in a straight line. But because I'm coming out of a dive, and the fact that they just decided to all turn in now, doesn't help them much. Put this guy head on. Put some shells in him, try not to have a face-to-face collision. Here comes this Spad. I think. Oh wait. That's an albatross actually. Whoops. Where did they go? There they are. They're up here. Accidentally mistook him for an enemy. That is also an albatross, possibly, I think. Can't really tell from here. It's rocking heavily, whatever it is. Yeah, that is an albatross. Those are the Spads. Take some long shots. They're climbing away from us, which is not good for the albatross. Check 6, friendly ahead. Looks to be an engagement going on down there. Albatross on a Spad's ass. Yeah, they got him. They can handle that. Is he part of my flight? I couldn't tell. I'm trying to dive just a little bit before I zoom climb up to nab these boys. Well, they're still over a kilometer out, I think. Just judging by the distance. Fire a few shots. Try to get their attention to turn them around, but they're not really complying with that. Which I don't blame them. Flak bursts. Try not to get hit by any of that flak. As I said in the last one, flying behind the enemy fighter, flak generally goes off behind the enemy fighter, and that's exactly where I have to be sitting. And these three albatrosses are gonna go hunt these guys down. They turning or not? No, they just turned over here. I don't know where the hell they're going. They're like running. You just chase them out of Dodge City, basically. Check 6 again. Always keep your head on a swivel. If you don't do that, someone will kill you. It's best to see them coming before, so you can respond accordingly. Dive again for some more airspeed. I figured I could probably take some shots here. Recharge my guns. I think some of those might have actually hit. Got a 400-meter conversion, so that's generally what I keep mine set at. Yeah, those definitely hits. Yeah, he's down. He is down for the count. Haven't gotten the kill yet. There it is. Probably busted up on the way down. At that dive speed, most likely. Look around again for more targets. And we're gonna go try to see if we can't take out any more of these Spads, albatrosses. I think those are the Spads up there. Albatross. Who's that? Yosef Mai, I think? No, it's not Yosef Mai. I don't know, it's probably Jasta 5 though, so welcome home, son. Albatross. Huh. Well, that's Bomber's aircraft right there. There's that Spad. Came up behind me, which is a little spooky. That's why you always gotta keep your head on a swivel. Good thing I looked right then. Put some rounds into this guy's airframe. He's leaking something. Keep putting rounds in. Try to slip into the side them and get back in. Keep putting holes in them. Recharge guns. Just keep peppering them a little bit. Right into the cockpit and behind the cockpit. And right there, the pilot's dead. And I blew, I think, one of his elevators off. Yeah, the way he just falls like that, stalled. And this guy will keep doing some, acrobatics, if you can call it that. Where basically the pilot's pulling back on the stick, and plane wants to climb, plane stalls, it falls down, climbs again, and just keeps doing that till it ends up completely running out of momentum and ends up heading down. So I'm just going to watch him. There's another one of those stalls. Yeah, you'll see him impact the ground. Down there, yeah, he slides across the ground. So that's the second aircraft killed. So, yep. Not bad so far. But this is kind of where the goofy part is. I'm just going to fast forward this to the landing because, as I said, all the enemy are dead, and so I didn't know what to do. So I just headed back to base, and that's what this is. So here we are, about 55 minutes later. 45 minutes of aimlessly flying in circles, eating McDonald's that I'd ordered, doing absolutely nothing productive, before I was just like, we're probably going to run out of fuel, so heading home. Flew 10 minutes back home, and yeah, we're just going to land this and end this, and apparently this was an unsuccessful mission. But I'd mark it down as a success, so I'm still alive. And I got 2 aerial kills confirmed, so I'm not gonna sneeze at that. There's that church again. It looks like a industrial facility. I wonder if there's a rail that goes through here. Sometimes based on the angle of the light hitting the green checkers, makes it kind of almost look blue. Like, you can tell the tail is green, but sometimes the lighting makes the checkers look bluish green. Which is kind of interesting. Lighting in this game is fantastic. Trying to figure out where my airfield is. There it is. There go my boys. They'll start their approaches. Just kind of slowing it down a bit. Sort of our turn into final. Wind it up with the dirt strip. Yeah, this is a interesting landing, but it all goes well. Touchdown. Not gonna hear a response as the first landing. Trying to bring it to a stop. And yeah, 2 kills and overall successful flight. So that is his second time flying for this career. And let's head back and just check out the after mission results. Alrighty, here's the after mission results. Mission failed. As I mentioned a couple times, 2 aircraft killed. So that brings my total up to 7. So ace plus 2. And we're gonna, yeah, finish that out. Let's see our roster. Those are the 2 that were killed in action previously. Oh, I got the first class Iron Cross. That's nice. Clearly they like my work. Yeah, it's previous mission. This was this mission. All of us made it back home. Ludwig Schuster got 1 kill. So that's good. Yep. So, Balloon Tower Defense is in progress. But yeah, with that, I think it was a good fight. If you've enjoyed this video, always make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and next video, episode 3, will be out tomorrow on Tuesday, May 2nd, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you all in the next video. You've been watching the Red Barons YT, and have a great rest of your day. Reds out.